Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Glory Rates podcast. It's your boy, Don Benito. And today, we are going to discuss Paul Pogba and why we should not bring Paul Pogba back. Let's get into it. My people, I think you guys have seen the reports that Pogba this, Pogba that. And I'm here to say, you know what? Manchester United need to stay away from that deal. Look, and I'm going to explain why. I need you guys to listen to me very carefully because we are living in a society where people forget a lot. This is Manchester United. Once you do something to our club, I don't think it's safe for you, honestly. I don't, especially if you're very disrespectful. And I think Paul Pogba was disrespectful towards Manchester United on numerous occasions. Very blatant, to a point where some of us were even thinking, wait, what's going on? Pogba, you can't say that to us, man. We've had your back all this time. And I'm here to say that Manchester United will be making a mistake if they go and sign Paul Pogba. And before I say anything else, understand this. Paul Pogba was one of my favorite players. I remember when Paul Pogba was here, we were defending, me and Pastor D, we defended this lad. He was in conversations between whether he is better than Kevin De Bruyne or not. He was in the conversation on at his best, he's like this. You know, there was a lot of assists and what. There was conversation of Paul Pogba. And we always defended Paul Pogba. Why? Because he's a Mancunian boy. Why? Because he's from the academy. We defended him. And what did Paul Pogba do? First of all, Paul Pogba left us for free the first time under Sir Alex Ferguson. He never looked back. He wasn't patient. He wasn't ready and waiting. He wasn't ready to wait for his opportunity. So he left. He went to Juve. When he got to Juve, he did his thing, became one of the finest midfielders of his generation at the time. You know, he cemented himself in the world as a proper midfielder. He cemented his name right there with some of the performances that he did. Fast forward a couple of years, Jose Mourinho comes to Manchester United. He thinks, let's bring Paul Pogba in. Paul Pogba becomes our record signing. We bring back the prodigal son. He comes back to Manchester United. It's all love. It's beautiful. He's saying, I'm back home. You know, it's love. You know, everything is good. First season goes by, we come second, we win the FA Cup. I think we also won the Charity Shield. And then next season we're supposed to take off, boom, problems. Pogba gets injured. He has a dispute with Jose. Jose leaves. He stays. He wants to leave, but the club keeps him. He's not happy, and he stayed in the club for like an extra year and a half or 2 years when he actually didn't want to. He was resided to leaving Manchester United. Manchester United decide, you know what? We're going to lock down Pogba. We're going to give him a big contract so that he can stay at Manchester United. What does Pogba do? He runs away. He says no. He gave some excuse in his his pogmentary. I don't remember. And then there's that, the pogmentary, where he just slates Manchester United. He talks about how we were supposed to pursue him like a woman. You know, like if you want a girl, you need to pursue him, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, Paul Pogba, wagwan. Like, what is happening? Paul Pogba leaves, and he leaves the club again for free. Again, imagine. This guy is supposed to be our player. He was supposed to be our product from the academy. But we ended up letting this player go for free twice because he just couldn't be there. In my opinion, you know, there's a saying, don't let a woman tell you no twice. Or don't let another person tell you no twice. Or reject you twice. This is the kind of situation where we cannot allow Pogba to shit on us. We cannot allow Pogba to, you know what I'm saying? He was given the opportunity to be at Manchester United. Like, hey, if Paul Pogba would have still been here if he signed that contract, He would have. I don't think maybe we would have signed some of the players that we brought in because Pogba would have been there, but he would have. He's injury prone, which is another thing that I don't understand, because this story from this outlet, I don't know, it's a Dutch or whatever, they're talking about Paul Pogba coming back to Manchester United. And I've seen a lot of people on social media, even some of our fans are like, you know what, I'll take Pogba back. Like, whoa, like which world have you been living in? Did you know the time when he was in Juventus, he hardly played? He hardly played. And I remember, what season was this? I think it was last season. Yeah, last season. During the Champions League, because Juventus made it far in the Europa League. Yeah. And I remember Paul Pogba was injured throughout that season, right up until that moment. He comes on, and I forgot which team they were playing. I don't know if it was Sevilla or something, but it was right after the Champions League final or semi-final or whatever. Paul Pogba comes back, has a good game, and I'm excited because I'm watching him. I like Pogba. I like the way he plays. I think he's a complete midfielder when he's fit. He's one of the most complete midfielders out there, you know, and he can do a lot with the ball. He is magnificent on his day. But so on that day, he turned up, came back after his long injury, came back, did his thing. He was good. He even provided an assist or the goal. I forgot. I think it was an assist. And I remember thinking, yeah, Pogba is back. Then the next fucking day, he was injured. Pogba is what, 29, 30 years old. Ineos, stay away from this deal. You guys have been preaching to us about this whole not signing over 25. I don't know these stories that are coming out of players that Manchester United are looking into signing who are not at the right age gap. It makes no sense. So Pogba, first of all, injury prone. He doesn't fit the age criteria. He's already got a very bad taste with the fans. Like, he has rejected us on numerous occasions. He has embarrassed us on numerous occasions. He has not represented himself as a guy who loves Manchester United in recent years. I don't see the purpose of bringing Paul Pogba back. And to cap it all, Paul Pogba has gotten into that realm of being injury prone. He's a big lad. He's going to keep on picking up injuries. So unless you guys are willing to bring this guy in for free, and then in fact it's going to be for free because he's a free agent. But his wages cannot be like 300 or 200. Nah, it has to be 100 and less. He can't get the super, like, he's not there. He's not there. If they are trying to bring that. But now I have seen this story of Eriksen now, which has now made me feel some type of way. Because apparently Eriksen, there is no negotiations going about a new deal. Rightfully so. He's 30 years old, plus 30. He needs to be moved on. But Eriksen has been good for us. You know, Eriksen looked like the kind of player that Manchester United would be willing to extend year by year, like what they're doing with Johnny Evans. But the fact that there's no contract negotiations going on right now, it's making me think and feel that Manchester United are leaving the option for something else. Now, our club has done this for numerous occasions. I mean, when you look at the way we've bought this season, it almost looks like a conspiracy theory. Now, I'm not saying that this is what's going to happen, but I'm feeling some type of way about it. Because the same reports have been talking about Paul Pogba might be training at Carrington. First of all, why are we allowing him to train at Carrington? Like, I get it. Football is for everybody, football, blah, blah, blah. But why are we allowing Paul Pogba to train at Carrington after all that he has done to the club? Why are we giving him that opportunity to come there and it will be all fun and games and laugh and smile? Because we have active players there that he might have an influence on. I'm not saying a bad influence, but you know what I'm saying. Why are we bringing Paul Pogba back? Why? Why is he? He can go to Real Madrid. He can go to France because that's where he's from. He can go to Dubai. He can go to Paul Pogba. Every time he got injured, he flew to Dubai. He had his places where he would go and train. He needs to do that. He needs to stay away from Carrington. Now, the reason why I'm saying we need to stop that is because I'm seeing like a Johnny Evans situation. Manchester United, I just hope we don't do this, but there's this feeling that there are these side deals that happen, like cheap deals, whatever. And I'm talking about Johnny Evans, of course, because Johnny Evans, I'm not shitting on him, by the way. I love what he has done with the club so far. He's been stellar. He has really shown what it means to be a Red, since his time has been here. So I appreciate Johnny Evans. And by no means am I saying that Johnny Evans is a problem or anything like that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the initial thing was like Johnny Evans will be training at Carrington. Do you understand? Johnny Evans will be training at Carrington. While he was training there, jiggy, this guy is signing a 1-year contract because there's an issue. You understand what I'm going? Like, we had defensive issues. That's why he started signing these 1-year contracts. I get that. Johnny Evans, we accept it. Now, this situation with Eriksen, if Eriksen leaves and Pogba is still there, do you catch my drift now? Do you catch my drift? So I don't know where these guys are going with this. I don't know if they're actually considering it. But in my opinion, I think we need to stay away from Paul Pogba. He has passed his years. Even when he was at Manchester United, instead of him giving us the best of his years, he had his issues. And it is what it is. Twice, nah. We can't allow it for the third time. Like the three-peat of homecoming. Like the return of the prodigal son. That makes absolutely no sense. And then to top it off with the attitude or the kind of influence that was said that he had in the dressing room. I mean, I don't think Amorim will allow him to do any of that. Because Amorim looks like a very solid guy. He looks like a very stand-up guy. And it looks like he's the kind of guy that will tune you. He doesn't care. And I like that. I like that. I don't know if Pogba would have that sort of impact, but I just think we stay away. I think we stay away from this whole situation. I'm not, and by the way, I'm not hating on Pogba. I love Pogba. I love watching Pogba. I'm not lying to you. But this is about Manchester United. And I think Pogba will agree, as a Manchester United supporter and fan, somebody that loves Manchester United, I think he would agree that him signing for Manchester United doesn't make sense. It doesn't. Like these players, they know. So, with that being said, Pogba should stay away. It's a Pog no from me. Peace.